Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload, and today it's a game between GuMiho and Stats on Neon Violet Square, the latter edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we've got a red Terran player. His name is GuMiho, and he's from Storm Gaming. In the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Stats, needs no introduction, one of the greatest Protoss players on Earth. GuMiho, incredibly solid Terran player from Storm. He has been known to be incredibly creative in his play, kind of taking over the Terran TLO creativity title. Wow, that's a lot of T's. And today it's GuMiho. He's the one who does stuff like make battle cruisers work and Ravens and crazy stuff you don't normally see in these games. So click on this video if you haven't already. Although, if you haven't clicked on it, how are you watching it? Oh, there it is. There's our Proxy barracks. Okay, so GuMiho Proxy barracksing here on Neon Violet Square. Not easily scouted, I'm going to say. Not easily scouted at all for this probe that is moving out. Like, Stats is worker scouting, which means the probe will notice, okay, there's no barracks at home. Also, there's double gas coming up from GuMiho at his one base. Crikey, mate. Oh, quick plug for Wardi. That's where I got this replay. Check him out, wardi.tv. There's a link in the description. He's on a website and a Twitch stream, and he does a lot of great tournaments, a lot of fun stuff with amazing players like GuMiho and Stats. So please check him out. Subscribe to him on the Twitches, which you can do these days, and promote and support StarCraft 2 stuff. So here we go. Stats is like, what up? What up, friend? Why are there 2 refineries here? Why are there no buildings? This is problematic. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Make a quick zealot immediately. Try to see, oh, where is he rallied? I'm assuming he's rallied. Yeah, he's rallied down here-ish to where the barracks is nearby. And it's going to be a marauder rush out of GuMiho. What is happening? I didn't notice that tech lab until just now. It is a marauder push from the GuMiho. This poor zealot. This poor zealot's going to have a bad time, man. He's patrolling. He's ready. He thinks he's ready, but oh, man. Stalker's here, too. Getting concussive shell is GuMiho. This reminds me all the world like Wings of Liberty, man. Back in the day, Marauders did not, or had concussive shell by default. They just had it when they popped out of the barracks, and they were really good. Marauder rushes were fantastically, impressively strong. And you have to wait now, right? You have to research it. It takes a while. You can't just show up with 3 or 4 concussive shelled Marauders and just win, which is definitely what used to happen here. Is that going to be, that's a pylon. Got a couple Stalkers here. Again, the Stalker's doing a little bit more damage per shot. Well, at least a little more damage on the first shot there if there's a delay. Anyway, it's kind of confusing. But bottom line is, if you're kiting with a Stalker, you're going to do a little bit more damage than you used to do. Each shot just does more, and it fires more slowly. That's kind of the trade-off. All right, Stats is going to expand, yo. Stats is expanding behind this. He says, I got it. I got this. I got a couple Stalkers. I got a Zealot. I can handle this little bit of pressure. You know what? They can, by golly. These 3 Marauders. No. They got it. And they got the concussive shell. Oh, man, that's so much damage on these Stalkers. You're not even worried really about the Zealot. One of the Stalkers goes down. This is going to be a close battle. The Micro on display here. No, this is amazing out of Stats. Loses a couple Stalkers, but does finish off all 3 of the Marauders. Wait, another one. Oh, another one popped out of the barracks during that battle. Slowing down. Hoofing it up here. Yeah, Stats has shut this thing down. For the time being. That's why you scout, dude. That is why you worker scout. That is a massive testament to the importance of the worker scout. Marauder tries to get up there and do some scouting of his own, but no, gets murdered right on the ramp. Robotics facility and a Twilight Council out of Stats here. Meanwhile, nothing much going back home here in GuMiho's land. Oh, except he's following up with Cloak Banshee. No big deal. No biggie. Just following up with the Cloak Banshee. What detection is going to be available? There's a Robo facility just about done here for Stats, so that's real nice. Zealot taking down this tech lab that the barracks has abandoned and decided to run away with it. And how many Stalkers are there on the ground? There's this one. This is one of my favorite things about this map, is these little squares you can't walk through. It reminds me of, what are those called? Where you drop the ball down and it goes boop, 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 and then falls into a bucket. Kind of a gambling thing. They've got those at the Nickelcade here, which is a little arcade with outdated machines and a lot of the gambling ticket machines too. And everything costs generally a nickel, sometimes 2 or 3. Inflation has kind of caught up to the Nickelcade concept. But those, basically you put in a quarter and you drop a ball, and wherever it lands, you get a certain number of tickets. And that's kind of what that reminds me of. I don't know what the name of it is. Anyway, detection here from Stats includes Unobserver, which is in production. Oh, he already has one out. Man, Stats, you're good. You are good at this game. Cyclone out for GuMiho back home too, forcing the Stalker away, as it really is going to wreck that Stalker if the Stalker decides to stick around and shouldn't do that. Blink being researched by our Protoss player, and here's our trying to get rid of a couple probes is our Banshee. But no, there's the detection. There's a couple stalkers. Ugh. Oh, 2 more stalkers in the main. Yeah, Banshee dead. Banshee dead. How many probes? 1 probe got killed there. Definitely, unfortunately, did not pay for itself, I would say, Mr. Banshee friend. GuMiho moving out with the command center here to his... Oh, actually taking the expansion, the pocket expand, to the right of his main base, and then also taking this, we're going to call it a third as well. So he double expanded here in the behind all of this pressure. Banshee trying to get rid of that pylon. I don't know why that's the priority here. Interestingly enough, but the stalkers have just as much range as she does, and she can't sit outside here and fire on them at will. Raven, yeah, see what I'm talking about here. GuMiho does the crazy stuff. There's a Raven out. Well, not out. It's on the way for the Terran player. He's working on so much gas. He's got 2 more refineries coming up at his 3rd base. His natural doesn't quite have any yet, but a 3rd Nexus coming out for stats. Only at the pro level do you see a Proxy Marauder Rush that turns into both players having 3 bases at 6 minutes. That's just... It's crazy how fast you can recover in StarCraft 2. It used to be if you proxied and failed, you'd be kind of behind for a while, but nope, GuMiho's okay. He's down 45 to 38 Harvesters, which is not great, but he's putting the pressure on. Stats really doesn't want to move out while there are 2 Banshees now. He really wants to kill this pylon. I don't know what on earth for. Oh, the blink micro. And one of the Banshees is extremely hurt there. This can't be used for photon overcharge. It's not really a threat at all. Unless you can warp in additional stalkers, he really wants it. He's gonna maybe, oh man, gets the pylon. I guess maybe just doing some damage is what GuMiho was going for there. It doesn't supply block stats because he had enough available supply to make up for that. Observer finally comes in for a big time scout to GuMiho's base. He sees factories. He sees starports. He sees, whoa, Cyclones using their new lock-on ability that does 160 damage over the first 14 seconds, and the first 4 shots fire very quickly, so the DPS is increased immensely over those first few seconds. As you saw there, the Observer went down very, very quickly. Raven has been completely overhauled. If you haven't watched the Ketrock replay from a week or 2 ago, watch it. He uses the new Raven with Battlecruiser to incredible efficiency. This right here, Repair Drone, is amazing. Use it. Use it. If you're going Mech, get Ravens for the Repair Drone. That's my recommendation. Also, this ability right here, the anti-armor missile's amazing, as it deals 30 damage splash damage, which is fine, but then reduces the armor of affected units by a whole 3 for 21 seconds, and then interference matrix, which disables a target unit, rendering it unable to attack or use abilities. Reveals cloak to units. Pretty amazing stuff there. Is that another dead observer? I feel like maybe it was, but man, look at stats observer deployment. Actually, what is that one? Oh, that isn't. Oh, it's in the center. It's in the observer mode. So it allows it to move at the cost of a decreased sight radius if it's in observer mode, and then permanently cloaked. Wait, what mode is it in right now? It must be in like stasis mode. Its visual range has been increased quite a bit, as you can see here when it's in this holding still mode. Is this other one in that too? No, the other one's in the regular type mode, so it doesn't have quite as big of the vision radius, I think. Oh, there we go. Surveillance mode. Oh, he gets murdered. Raven Cyclone. Coming for you. Coming for you, little observer. I want to get out of there. I didn't realize there was such a different, like, animation with it. Looking up instead of forward, I guess, which, does that make sense? I don't know. Stats is moving out. He's got mostly a gateway army here, which I'm surprised about. He does have an immortal with him, but it's going to be stalkers. It's going to be a zealot. It's going to be 3 sentries at about 9 minutes. And no 4th base for you, GuMiho. Poor SCV shows up, immediately gets sniped. Working on Liberators back home. Also getting the smart servos upgrade, which allows the Hellbats, Hellions, Vikings, and Thors to transform quickly between their 2 different modes. And it's going to be, whoa, Hellion with some Cyclone here. With some tank support. Okay, that's big. With some Liberator support here, too. I feel like he's got this. I feel like GuMiho's okay, especially with the tanks on the high ground. Stats does not show any sign of wanting to move in. Actual Phoenix flying out on a 4th base on the way from Stats. So Stats' 4th base is looking fantastic. Very, very good that he can keep that and keep the pressure up on GuMiho. It's going to be another Stargate. Is he going to transition? He's getting +1 air weapons. He's got to be transitioning. Oh, it is going to be Carrier. There we go. Carrier transition out of the stats here. Phoenix, hallucinating Phoenix scouts in, sees 1 million factories. Not really much. to report back home, right? I'm just going to say it's not a big deal. You know this is Mech. You know this is totally Mech. Banshee is moving out, trying to see if they can not get picked off by these stalkers. Oh, man. Oh, where's the detection? Where's the detection? Did he lose that observer? It was falling, but it's too slow. Too slow. All right, Cloak Banshees, get on up here. Another observer trying to find them. Banshees playing a game of hide and seek. No, can't do it. The Phoenix knows where they are. Saw it. Saw the maneuver. Wow, absolutely murders one of them. The other Banshee is a little bit faster than the observer. Can it get out of range before it dies? No! What a play by Stats. Your Cloak Banshees have done all the damage they're going to do. Stats says, get out of my house. 600 resources lost by Stats, 1,400 by GuMiho thus far. Those Banshees really, really hurt a lot. I guess this just opens up. Yeah, this is debris. Opens up an additional attack path across the map where you don't have to walk through these little squarey things. Moderately annoying here. Stalkers, bam. Look at how much they do. Especially with the +2 attack and +2 armor versus these Liberators. It helps. I really think it helps. And then this another set of debris to open up this attack path. It's just a lot of work is what that is. A lot of work to open that one up. All right, GuMiho pushing. He's got his blue flame Hellions. He's got his +1/+1. He wants to engage, and Stats is actually the one pulling back. GuMiho says, all right, I will push across the map. Holy Liberator circles, Batman. That's a lot. That is 6 Liberators setting up to protect, essentially, protect this 4th base and the 3rd base here as well. Small Stalker Zealot attack moving right on in here. Doing a lot of work. Tanks getting directly hit. The Blue Flame Hellions coming to assist with that one. Also the repairs on the tanks. Amazing stuff. Planetary Fortress assisting here too. GuMiho across the map. The 4th base for Stats looks like it's gone. I don't see anything really to defend. It's a bunch of Zealots warp in, but then they get blue flamed by the Hellbats. You see that transformation? That was so fast, but guess what? Surprise carriers! Surprise carriers here. Is there enough anti-air to handle this? I don't think there is. The Thors are not attacking very well. Oh, disabling a couple of the carriers is going to help a little bit there. Excellent job indeed. 4th base does end up going down. GuMiho continuing to push in here despite the presence of those carriers. And all these tanks. These tanks have +1 and +1/+2 is about to finish up here in about 7 seconds. As you can see below, this is not looking good for Stats at all, but he does have the carriers. The carriers are going to be the ace up his sleeve right now, coming from the top side with their awesome looking war chest skins. They just look so intimidating here. Are there enough Thors? Are the Thors in the wrong attack mode? Are they trying to get rid of interceptors? I feel like they're kind of trying to get rid of interceptors. Transform. Transform into single attack here. Really trying to use the lock-on ability to take out a carrier with this single cyclone, but no, not going to work at all. Dude, go to high impact payload. What are you doing? He's just hanging out. All right, I guess maybe he is also trying to watch out this backside as Stalkers coming from the backside. Trying to get rid of these tanks. The Thors are so distracted right now. GuMiho, are you AFK? What is happening to your army? It's absolutely getting massacred because it's attacking interceptors right now. So very, very odd. His Hellbats are chasing down the Stalkers, but there is, in fact, a shield battery at this location. So the natural base is gone for Stats. Also, the 4th base gone for Stats, but he kept his 3rd, and he's got a 5th base that's done up north here as well. Meanwhile, GuMiho hanging on to his 4th, and it's 115 to 115 total supply. Here we go. Sky tossing it is Stats. Making additional Thors is GuMiho, but man, he really needs to use this one right here. High impact payload. It does extra damage to these air units. I mean, they're good against broodlords and carriers and battle cruisers is the general concept there. Resources lost right now, 10,900 for Stats compared to 11,700 for the GuMiho. And 4th base, everybody get together. Bundle up. There's an attack happening. Blue Flame Hellions sitting here at the 3rd base of Stats forces a Stalker to get warped on in. Carriers attacking the main base. Goodbye, factory. Oh, man, so fast. +2 attack done on these interceptors. They just hit like trucks. Not like trucks. They hit hard, but also very quickly, which is the difference here. Stalker's trying to high ground attack here at the 4th base. GuMiho hasn't really been able to mine here because of that. And the Thors, once again, are just attacking interceptors. I don't understand this. I mean, killing interceptors is good. He's killed 138 of them. This has got to be a specific strategy he's working on because he's not even bothering with the carriers at all. Maybe he knows that his anti-air, the splash here, if we can get rid of the interceptors, then the carriers are useless at this point. Is that the general concept? One of the Thors does end up going down, though. And there are just enough of them. There's just enough carriers. They're continually making more interceptors. Yeah, this is such a weird thing that GuMiho's doing right now. Got some Vikings out. That's what you need. That's what you need. Get out of there, Vikings. Oh, one of them gets picked off instantly there. GuMiho trying to scout with his barracks. Bunch of stalkers warping in now. It's 132 to 99. Total supply. GuMiho double pumping Vikings. Getting additional cyclones. Working on +3/+3 for his mech. And just making more interceptors. His stats. Stats feels like carriers is the way to go. The main base, the main orbital command here is going to die for GuMiho. And these Thors, once again, focusing entirely on the interceptors. 190 have gone down, and they are a little bit more expensive here in 402, but it doesn't matter. That's your good game. GuMiho unable to respond to the carrier counterattack. GuMiho is defeated, and Stats is your winner. Holy cannoli. That was amazing. That huge attack of GuMiho's up the front here where he killed the 4th base and natural base of Stats while keeping 4 bases back home. I thought he had it, but then turned into a really weird thing where his Thors were continually attacking interceptors. Not even bothering to attack the carriers, which I feel like would have been a much, much better decision there. And that was it. That was it. He tried to make some Vikings, but it was too late. His main base was in shambles. The carrier group was here. Did any carriers die in this game? No. Absolutely none of the carriers died. 7 of them were built, and 7 of them remained at the end of the game. Resources lost. 12,000 here for Stats. GuMiho sitting in 18,000. Which is 5,000 gas compared to 1,800 gas. That's going to be a big deal. 10 tanks, 6 Liberators, a Raven, and 9 Thors. Good gravy. Compared to 191 Interceptors, 15 Zealots, an Immortal, 24 Stalkers, and 3 Sentries, and a couple Nexuses. Interesting little 4.0.2 PvT. And that's going to be it for me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.